Hi, I'm Dan Fishman, the winemaker here at Donham Estate, and today I'm going to be telling you about your spring 2023 allocation. It's nice to be into spring here at the estate. It's been a cold winter with quite a bit of rain, which is nice for a change. We've finally experienced some cold weather, but now we're happy to get into the growing season and see some warmer, longer days. The first wine in your allocation is the 2020 Anderson Valley Pinot. So this is sourced from the Angel Camp Vineyard, which is a really small 9-acre vineyard. It's in what they call the deep end of the Anderson Valley, so really far north. It's almost 2.5-hour drive from here in Carneros. And it's heavily influenced by the ocean, which is only a few miles away up the valley. And also has a really different soil profile than we have here at the estate. There's a lot of iron in the soil, it's very red. And we've got a little bit of elevation here, just a few hundred feet up, but just enough that it's got great drainage and kind of stays above the frost line. So 2020, of course, was a little bit of a shorter season with the fires that we had. We picked ahead of those. So kind of a lighter style, heavier on the red fruit than it might be. And there's a sort of note of rose petal, maybe clove that I get in this wine that I think is a really nice touch and very typical for Anderson Valley. One other little subtle thing is there's a plant called pennyroyal up in Anderson Valley that smells like mint, and I often get just a little hint of that in the wine. I think, as usual for Anderson Valley, there's quite a bit of tannin here, so this is one that can age for a while, probably another couple years, and then age for another 5 to 10 years in the cellar. The next wine in your allocation is the 2019 Carneros Estate Pinot. So this is our flagship wine, the wine we've made every vintage since 2001. It's blended from multiple parcels across the estate here. So we have about 90 acres of Pinot total, and this represents kind of a blend from a good portion of that. I think it's really a good introduction to Donham. You really get the sense of our style. And I think it's a really interesting representation of Carneros as well. Probably a little bit more concentrated, a little bit darker fruited than most Carneros Pinots, but I think still shows off this kind of maritime, very windy climate. For me, I'm always looking for a combination of red fruit, strawberry, cherry, and then a little bit of black fruit as well. And then I always say the signature of this estate vineyard is the sassafras note. So a little bit of a root beer effect on the finish. 2019 was our first year here in the estate winery, so really exciting for us to be able to finally grow and make the wine on property. And I think it was just a really perfect vintage as well. 2019 had very little in the way of heat spikes, no frost, just a nice even growing season. Kind of led to the perfect style wine that we're looking for, which is ripe and balanced and very long and complex. In addition to the Pinot Noir allocation, we're also offering a special opportunity for our members to purchase the 2020 Russian River Chardonnay. We've only got 2 acres of Chardonnay in the Russian River Valley, so it's a really tiny production wine. I think this is a great site for Chardonnay. The soil is perfect. It tends to be a higher acid site than Carneros, but also a little bit fruitier. So this wine always has a lot of exotic notes to it that I find really interesting. Some orange rind, maybe candied lemon, definitely some apple as well. There's about 40% new oak on it, but we use really low toast, low impact barrels, so it doesn't come across as overly oaky, just really fresh from the acidity and then plenty of structure from that wood tannin. I think this wine's drinking great already, and it definitely is going to age for easily 5 to 10 years. Just got 95 points from Wine Enthusiast, which is always a nice vote of confidence, and I think you'll enjoy it. As always, thanks for being a member here at Donham Estate. We're right in the middle of the growing season, looking forward to harvest this fall already. And we bottled several new wines with the 2021 vintage, so I'm excited to tell you about those in my next update. Thanks again.